Good morning, everyone. I'm sorry, it's not afternoon yet. I'm not going to use the microphone because my voice is a bit raspy, and raspiness over a microphone is only more raspy, and all your good organic apples did not help my voice over the break, so I'll just go on with what I do. My name is Marcus Kieltyka, and I'm at Central Washington University, and I am the instruction and reference librarian. And what we're going to be doing today is I put out on your tables a brief PowerPoint of this. Is we're going to be talking about online information literacy and the adult learner. And the reason for this is that a lot of, we cater to different audiences. And in a way, my group, or the group that I work with primarily, are returning students who are coming into some of our programs. And they are returning students, and I actually have a 4-credit course for information literacy that I teach both through distance education, or ITV, and on the online, completely online, through Canvas, which is supposed to be replacing Blackboard. And I don't know if it's really going to be that successful. But anyways, to go on. Now, one of the first problems that we have when we start to advertise information literacy is we were talking earlier in this presentation about all the other literacies that are out there. And you almost have to convince people that there's a thing called information literacy. And one of my big issues on getting this course up and going was convincing the faculty. And not the faculty in the library, but the faculty outside. So one thing I told them was, I talked about information literacy, and finally one of the faculty said, "What does it mean for me?" I said, "Less work." They said, "Great." And what I mean by that is I said, I believe your students are going to produce better papers. They're going to be more thinking the way you are. Oh, great. So what can you do? The problem was getting into a program. And there you're competing with other programs, other program requirements, and other electives. And this kind of ties in a little bit with the students. Because the students come in today, especially our returning students, and they are thinking, how little time and money can I spend to get my degree? Right? And they're thinking, the more electives I do in this program, the better I'll be prepared for my, future career or graduate school or whatever. So you get the faculty buy-in, you tell them that it's value-adding to their program, and a lot of them say, "Oh, I sort of did this in graduate school, but they never called it information literacy." So you're like, okay, doing the same thing. I tried to co-teach the course. There were no takers, so I just said, fine, I'll do it on my own, see how it goes. A little bit about our adult learners. There's about 7 million, or at least our online learners, online learners today, there's about 7 million of them in one form or another, meaning about 1/3 of them, 1/3 of the students have been enrolled in some form of online education. So they're somewhat aware of this, and many of our adult learners already have a BA or at least an AA prior to coming back to college. And this kind of ties in now with a lot of the reasons why students are kind of reluctant at the beginning to take a course on information literacy because they're concerned about their careers. And they're sitting there and they're saying, how is this going to help my career? I'd rather have another course in sociology, nothing against sociology, than learning about information literacy. So what I did is because I have a background in sales, I try to answer my students' needs. How can I help you strategically place yourself later on? And then you get those, and again, a lot of these people are coming from the work world. They're like, you mean I can get a leg up on somebody? I go, possibly. Depends how you apply. So a little bit about the adult learner of today. And again, I think I already alluded to this, is that students are, if the faculty aren't aware of information literacy, the students are less so. And they take a very no-nonsense approach to education. They want fun electives in their field, things that they already know about. A lot of information literacy can challenge them when it comes to their biases, their opinions, their perspectives. So winning them over, value adding to their general education, and also explaining to them that the changing nature of information is also going to impact their work world later on. Very focused on overcoming some of the smaller obstacles. And one thing that I found to be very helpful is, whether you're using online or in person, is to combine the technical with the real world. There's little technical things about becoming information literate, the how-tos, but if it's too much of a how-to course, you miss the bigger issues. So I tried to incorporate interdisciplinary readings, things that come from various areas, sometimes not even talking about a library. Best way to sell something to somebody is don't even talk about the topic and let them discover it on their own. Why? They're adults. They don't want to be told. And again, you continue to focus on that objective, technical versus the subjective, the writing area. And again, let the students sell it to themselves. They want to know. I believe your job as an instructor, whether it's in an online or ITV environment, is simply to help them connect with questions, issues that they probably already have, but are afraid to bringing up in some of their traditional academic courses. So I think I'm at the 1 minute mark. Thank you very much.